All right. Um, it's been a little while. Um, I honestly probably should have made a script for this video because I really don't know how this is gonna go. Um, I'm sorry if the recording is a bit weird. I'll talk about it a little bit more about why it might not look perfect, but I'm gonna try to make it look somewhat decent. So yeah. I don't think probably anybody, or I mean, if people even still expected me to ever upload, but I would assume none of y'all probably expected to see a notification from my channel ever again. And I'm really sorry that it turned out that way. Um, I guess let's just in the background, I'm gonna try to have some gameplay of the new characters that have came out ever since I've been gone. It might not be the best gameplay because I'm going to try to focus more on talking instead of like actually winning or playing. But yeah, man, it's been a long time. I can't even begin to say how much I've low-key missed doing this. I had a lot. I used to have a lot of fun doing this, honestly. Damn, this is hard. um, I guess we can start with why everything, I guess, ended up like falling apart per se, or I ended up stopping uploading. Again, I'm really sorry for that. I guess like if I really thought about it, I kind of like burnt out myself a little bit. Um I got way too stressed out about trying to keep daily uploads, trying to keep up with like every single like update that Dokkan had, whether it was news, whether it was new characters. I got myself stressed out with like having to summon for the new characters and like needing to pull them in order to make videos about them because everyone wants to see the new character, obviously. So that's kind of why I slowly drifted away from making videos. It's because like at first I really enjoyed it and it was really fun, but like towards the end of it, it just started feeling like kind of like a chore, I guess. Like I don't know, it didn't feel good. Like I guess I wasn't putting my all in the videos. I was just kind of like slugging myself to make another video and push it out just so I can say like, "Oh, hey, I uploaded today." And that's my fault. I should have not done that. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be here. I probably would have uploaded all of last year. And honestly, with how much we were growing and stuff, like we could have been pretty far, like pretty good in a pretty good setting by now. But that's what happens when you aren't consistent, and that is completely deserved. I'm not expecting anything along the lines. Anyways, so that's honestly what I would say mainly killed my drive for making videos. There were also a lot of um, outside life stuff that were going on. I'm probably not gonna delve too much into it because I feel like no one really cares per se. But I guess if it helps justifying my situation any better, I'll just say some of it. Um, I just it was just like a lot. During the time I stopped, I guess this is like kind of a good thing. I got a promotion at my job, and that really kind of took a toll on me at first because I expected the promotion to be pretty nice, pretty easy, like just more money, just same job, just more money. But I was wrong, and it kind of took. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna say this word a lot, but like took a toll on me, and yeah, like it just wasn't as easy as I thought it was gonna be, and I ended up suffering from that as well. I will say like I'm definitely better now. I can handle the job way better. I actually feel like I'm really good at my job. So it kind of makes me enjoy it a bit more now compared to before. So there was that. I am like kind of a full time student. Like I wouldn't like I guess by the definition you wouldn't call myself I wouldn't call myself a full time student, but I go to school like pretty much consistently, like almost throughout the entire year, even during the summer. So as time moved on, classes got harder and harder, and like I just felt like I couldn't keep up with YouTube, work, and school as well. So yeah. School is interesting right now, I guess, as an update. I wouldn't say it's going that much better because it just keeps getting harder and harder and harder. But I'm trying to stick in it because your boy got to get an education. Um, and then I guess lastly, this is the part that I probably won't delve into too much, but I was in a relationship with a person for about 2 years, like technically three, I guess, but that like we weren't official for 3 years. And around that time, we just had some stuff go wrong, and it just caused us to drift away as well. So it was just a lot going on around that time, and I know maybe some of y'all remember I tried coming back. Like I think I made a community post or two about like coming back and it's all good and stuff like that, but that was just me kind of lying to myself, trying to push through it, but I just really couldn't. I really wanted to, but I really couldn't. And I guess, I mean, yeah, like that's kind of where everything went wrong. Um, if anyone cared about that, I assume if any of y'all clicked on this video and you're still watching this far, like, you kind of wanted to know why I stopped uploading stuff, so that's why. Yeah, again, I really don't have like a script made for this, so I'm literally just like spitballing basically off the top of my head. I guess we can talk about everything that's happened in the past year. Um, I still work the same job. I ended up switching degrees. Even though I was almost finished with my previous degree, I thought about it for a bit of time, and I was like, I don't see myself doing this and like being happy. So I switched, and I basically had to restart a little bit. So like I'm kind of behind a year or two now, which is obviously demotivating, but I feel like overall this was the right choice, and I feel like I'll be happier in the future. And even though I might be a year late or so compared to my friends and my siblings, I feel like in the end it'll be worth it because that's all that matters is like the end goal. Um, I guess you could say I never really stopped playing Dokkan throughout this entire year. It wasn't like just because I ended up like quitting YouTube, I didn't stop playing this game because I don't know, man. Something about this game, like even when it's really hard to play this game, when it's like dry, or when I get shafted and I like basically lose the drive to play this game completely, I something just pulls me back towards it. I don't know what it is. I assume some of y'all might have the same experience. You can let me know in the comments if you do. But yeah, just so even during those hard times, I still logged on. I still played every now and again. And I guess that kind of mainly brings us to today. And a lot of y'all are probably wondering, like, okay, well, why now? Why are you making a video now? Honestly, a lot of it is like throughout this entire year, I would kind of be scared, honestly, to open my like my YouTube account, because I'd be scared of looking at like comments of people being like angry, or people wondering what happened to me, or just anything along those lines, or just. But it felt like even throughout this past entire year, like some of y'all kind of never stopped, or at least like I don't know, it didn't feel as bad as I thought it would be, and like that just felt like, it just made me feel good. So I really appreciate it. And I don't know, man, this is kind of hard to make. uh yeah, and it's like this past week, I guess because of the 8th anniversary, or not 8th, damn, 9th anniversary, a lot of people have been kind of like checking out my channel a little bit, and I've gotten like some comments here and there of like, oh, it seems like you stopped uploading, like, kind of hate to see it because you seem like a really, like, just basically people saying that like they enjoyed the videos that I've made in the past, but they're sad that, to see that I'm not uploading anymore. And just something about like reading those comments like made me feel bad, made me feel like I failed, and that like I should have kept going for everybody and stuff. And that's kind of why I'm here. I mean, I really want to make this work. I feel like this is something that I can do and I want to do. I think I just need to learn from my previous mistakes, and do better, and just move on like that. I mean, yeah, like that's pretty much why I'm here. Is I felt like I wanted to be here, and I also felt like I needed to be here for you guys, for your guys' support. Now, you can be completely honest with me if you disagree. I would not be mad at anybody for after everything that I've done. There's gonna be a lot of ums in this video, and I'm really sorry if it just sounds like a broken record. But yeah, man, I just miss doing this. And I think I just need to pace myself a little better and not stress myself out that much about making videos. Like, obviously, I would love to still upload daily and stuff like that for you guys, but at the end of the day, I feel like I need to not break myself mentally to try to push these videos out, simply because of the fact I just, when you're just one person, there's only so much you can do, and putting out anything is better than putting out nothing, like what happened this past year, which I ended up pushing myself really hard, and then eventually it just collapsed, and I ended up quitting completely, to the point where there's no videos for a year basically. So it's better to just take my time with it, enjoy it, and because I feel like also when I'm actually thoroughly enjoying it, I can make better content for you guys to enjoy, and that way everybody's happy. And at the end of the day, that's honestly all I care about, is making you guys happy, and I'm also trying to keep myself happy at the same time. So yeah, as for the future of this channel, I will most likely be returning to making Dokkan videos. I will say though, I probably will not be doing what I used to do before. I'm like, I'll cover some news here and there, like obviously, like maybe some big news, like really, really hype news for you guys, something like, new characters. Like, obviously, I would want to do that for you guys, and I just love reading new characters and stuff like that. But as for covering, like, everything, like, in terms of, like, you know, like everything, and then also, another thing is, I guess now that we're talking about this, one of the main things that I guess also stressed me out about Dokkan is obviously since it's JP Dokkan, a lot of news drops at like around 4 a.m., 3 a.m. my time, depending on the daylight savings or whatever. So back in those days, even though I would have work some days at like 5 a.m., I would wake up at 4 a.m. to make a video for you guys, whether it's summon, news, celebration details, whatever the case may be. I would like put an alarm, or I had notifications on for like all the Dokkan accounts, so that way the second they tweeted out anything, like I'll be right on it. And I feel like that's obviously like not a good way to go about it. Like especially when like if I had no other responsibilities, then sure, like I would love to do that for you guys. But when I am, handling all these things in life, it is not a good idea for me to stretch myself out like that, because then it's again, it's just not going to end well for anybody. And again, I don't want to resort to that again. And yeah, so I wouldn't expect immediate news coverage. I will like try to get to it when I can, like maybe when I get off from work, or stuff like that. Like I'll definitely want to cover it more than likely, but I would also want to try to, like, again, prioritize myself as well and not stress myself out too much. So yeah, so moving forward, I would love to keep doing this. I enjoy doing this. I technically like never stopped per se, because I would always like, I have a lot of friends who don't play JP Dokkan, and they would always ask me to like, oh, like show me this unit in this situation, or show me that unit in this situation. And I don't know, something about that, like I love doing that. I love like going out of my way to get like the perfect situation for a character and showing how crazy they are, or whatever the case may be. So as always, if you guys have any suggestions or any specific characters that you guys want to see, as long as it's nothing like impossible, like, oh, I want to see the rare Cybermen and Merge Zamasu, like as long as it's something possible, like I'd be more than down to do it. And yeah, again, I'm sorry if this recording is a little weird. I guess I can elaborate on why it's a little weird. So my previous phone, when I used to record, is an iPhone 11, and those had the lightning ports, which is what my setup used to connect to the capture card, was like a lightning to HDMI cord. But that phone ended up just like, I'm not even joking you, just one day I got home and the screen went black and it never turned back on. So I ended up upgrading, and I bought the iPhone 15, which, if you guys may not know, it has a USB-C now instead of a lightning port. So my previous setup doesn't necessarily work. Like, all I necessarily need is I need to go buy an HDMI to USB-C cord. That's literally all I need to go buy. But I'm recording this video like kind of late at night, and I can't go right now to go buy a cord like that. But I will probably do that like in the future, so I can make this a little bit easier. And again, I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I have an idea of making this work. So I think I will make it work, and it'll probably still look fine, hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, so that's why the recording might be a little weird, if it does end up being weird. And yeah, I guess you guys can tell me how you guys have been. I'd love to hear from you guys. I guess you can tell me how your summons have went on the 9th anniversary banners, if you guys have been summoning or playing JP like that. Um, yeah. Um, Again, I'm really sorry for the hiatus, I guess you could say, or the random disappearance act, whatever you guys want to call it. It was really not in my intentions. I really enjoyed doing this, but life got the best of me, and like, yeah, I couldn't afford to keep doing it with everything else aligned. So again, I'm really sorry, and I promise to do better moving forward. As the great Tobey Maguire said one time in a very great movie, doing better. Um, I guess I'll keep talking while I'm finishing up this run real quick. Um, it should be Omega in the background. Again, I'm not sure. I really hope the recording thing works, but I will say over the past year, I've met a lot of new people that support me and motivate me to go do things, and they are also like another reason why I am also here is because, like, I kind of talked about it with some people, and like nearly everybody was just like, yeah, like you need to go back, like you're doing so well, like again, just I don't know where I would be without them. They're such awesome people. I don't know if any of them would be watching this video because I don't think a lot of them know I even do YouTube, but if you guys are watching this video, you know who you are, so I appreciate you. And yeah, um, I guess like just as a last thing, I wish I low key recorded this for you guys, but I probably had the most insane, like literally probably the luckiest summons I've ever had in my time playing Dokkan. I've been playing Dokkan since the 3rd year anniversary. I don't think I've ever gotten this lucky on like a big celebration dual release, So my stats for Broly and Gogeta is I have both of them at 79%, and I think all in all it cost me only 1,000 stones, which is again crazy to think. The first Broly and Gogeta were a little hard to pull. Like, I think in total it cost me like 600 to pull one copy of each. But then I don't know what happened. I just decided to do some rotations after the initial summons because I was like, part 2 is not for a while. We're gonna get a bunch of stones. I can afford to throw a little bit of stones. I do one rotation on Broly and I pull 2 copies of him, which is like just baffling to me that, like, it took a lot of stones to get 1 copy, but then I just pulled 2 in one rotation. And then I was like, okay, this is like, because when you kind of get lucky like that, you have to kind of keep summoning until the luck dies down, because that's one thing I've noticed over the time of me playing this game is when you are unlucky, I would say stop summoning, take a break, come back to it another time. Because I've definitely had situations where, like, I was unlucky and I got mad, so I kept summoning and summoning and summoning, but it just was like, it was bad the entire way. So I feel like it's kind of like a momentum thing, low-key. Like, I know it's probably not actually anything like that, but I don't know, it just feels like it. Like, it just feels like when you are lucky and getting like multiple good characters in a row, if you keep going, you're gonna keep getting multiple good characters in a row because you just have that momentum. And the same thing goes if you if you're not getting good characters and you keep going, then you're gonna keep getting bad characters. So that's how I would say. Yeah. Anyways, I just went on a big tangent, and then on Goji, and then after that rotation on Broly, I went and did I think I did 2 rotations on Gogeta. I think it was either 2 rotations or 3, and I ended up pulling 2 copies in those 2 or 3 rotations. So like all in all, between my first summon session and then this random summon session that I literally did on a whim, I managed to get both of them with 2 dupes, which is, again, I have never done that in my 6 years of playing Dokkan, which is crazy to think about that I've been playing for 6 years, but I've never done that. Like, pulled both new characters, pulled both of them to 79% with such a, like, I know 1,000 stones might not seem that low, but like, it is kind of low, like, especially compared to last year where I think it took me almost 2,000 to get 1 copy of the Z Duo, I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember. Is I remember the Z Duo was very painful. You know, the video is still up on the channel, so anyone can go fact check me on that. But yeah, man. That's all for me for now. If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate you. You are the reason I'm probably here in the first place, honestly. I look forward to seeing what you guys think. Again, I'm not expecting to be welcomed back with open arms, and that is completely fine because I need to rebuild my trust in you, or rebuild your guys' trust in me. Sorry, that was a hard sentence to think about, but yeah, that's I think that's all I had to say, at least for now. I'll probably have more to say in like future videos. But yeah, man, I kind of miss doing this, and I want to try to, you know, get back into it, but obviously not burn myself out like I did initially. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this like mini update slash announcement slash rant slash, I don't know, something. The new LRs are broken. And I look forward to having some fun with them and showing it to you guys as well. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.